A simple missed deadline that spiraled into a political nightmare that almost ended with Mikael Phillips being prosecuted. Did Phillips just make a careless mistake? Or is there more to this story that could take him from Parliament straight to prosecution? Hey, patriotic internet friends and family, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're diving into the explosive showdown between Jamaican MP Mikael Phillips and the Integrity Commission. Imagine this: one missed deadline, a $250,000 fine, and the threat of jail time, all for a late declaration. But there's more. Phillips claims he's no criminal, yet the Integrity Commission has other plans, pointing to a possible $500,000 penalty and prosecution. So, was it just a mistake or something bigger? Stay tuned to find out every twist and turn in this political face-off. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more juicy updates on Jamaican politics. Welcome all patriotic Jamaicans. The movement continues. Make we get into it now. Let's kick it off. The Integrity Commission showdown with Mikael Phillips. The untold truth, a missed deadline, and a heavy price tag. Picture this: a $500,000 fine or 6 months in jail. Not your average parking ticket, but that's exactly what Member of Parliament Mikael Phillips, representative for Manchester North Western, was facing in this political face-off with the Integrity Commission. And it all started with a simple missed deadline. On May 30, 2023, Phillips received a notice: file his outstanding 2022 statutory declaration and pay a $250,000 penalty to avoid prosecution. But by June 26, the IC's Director of Corruption Prosecution, Keisha Prince-Kameka, noted no payment received from Phillips. And let's be clear, this isn't just a slap on the wrist. Under Section 43(1)(a) of the Integrity Commission Act, the stakes are high. Fail to comply and you're liable for prosecution. But just how far can this political clash go? We're about to find out. Political drama and public outrage. And just when you thought this was about paperwork, the drama escalates. On October 15, Phillips' file gets tabled in Parliament, and the report from the IC isn't exactly a confidence booster. Phillips, it turns out, filed his late declaration just one day before receiving notice on May 31st, 2023. But with the payment still missing, Prince-Kameka asserted the liability wasn't successfully discharged. Now, with prima facie evidence in hand, the IC drops the hammer, referring Phillips for prosecution under Section 43(1)(a) of the Integrity Commission Act. A defiant stance or a legal backpedal. 4 days before Parliament got wind of this report, Phillips tried to clear the air, stating his declaration's lateness was due to a delay in securing relevant documents. He insists he's no criminal, saying this is not connected with illicit enrichment. All my statutory declarations have been certified. Here's a summary of the key takeaways. 1. The fine. Phillips received a $250,000 penalty on May 30, 2023 to resolve his missed declaration for 2022. 2. The response. Though Phillips filed the declaration 1 day after notice, the IC noted his payment wasn't completed in time. 3. Legal ramifications. Under the Integrity Commission Act, fact, Phillips is now liable for prosecution with potential penalties reaching $500,000 or 6 months in jail. For Phillips' defense, denying any connection to illicit enrichment, he assures the public that all declarations are certified. Was this just a simple clerical error or something bigger? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns on Jamaican politics. Here are some potential questions that you might have, along with detailed answers based on the article's content and context. Question number 1. Why was Mikael Phillips in trouble with the Integrity Commission? Answer. Mikael Phillips, MP for Manchester Northwestern, was facing legal action from the Integrity Commission for not filing his 2022 declarations on time. The declaration is a required document for public officials in Jamaica, detailing their financial assets, income, and liabilities. Though Phillips eventually filed the declaration, he missed both the initial deadline and a follow-up grace period that required him to pay a $250,000 penalty. His failure to pay on time has made him liable for prosecution. Question number 2. What is a statutory declaration and why is it so important? Answer. A statutory declaration is a legally required financial document that Jamaican parliamentarians and public officials must submit annually. It outlines their financial assets, liabilities, and income to ensure transparency and prevent illicit enrichment. Under sections 39 and 41 of the Integrity Commission Act, ICA, this declaration is crucial in maintaining public trust and holding officials accountable, making late or missing filings a potential breach of law with serious penalties. Question number 3. Did Phillips pay the fine he was supposed to for his late filing? Answer. Yes, but not on time. Phillips paid the $250,000 penalty eventually, but only after the Integrity Commission's deadline had passed. Tax Administration Jamaica TAJ confirmed that up until June 26, 2023, they had not received the payment, which was supposed to be paid by June 20, 2023. Phillips filed the declaration by May 31st, but did not meet the payment deadline, leading the Integrity Commission to refer him for prosecution. 4. Could Phillips face jail time or additional fines because of this? Answer. Yes. If prosecuted and found guilty, Phillips could face a fine up to $500,000 or even 6 months in jail under Section 43(1)(a) of the Integrity Commission Act. The court could also mandate that he complete any remaining compliance requirements. This high-stakes scenario is due to Phillips' missed statutory filing deadline and delayed fine payment, which the Integrity Commission is treating as a serious breach. Question number 5. Is Phillips being accused of corruption or illicit enrichment? Answer. No. Phillips clarified that this issue is unrelated to illicit enrichment or corruption allegations. He stated that the delay was due to difficulties in gathering necessary documents. Phillips emphasized that all his declarations have been certified and the only issue is the late filing and subsequent fine payment, not any accusations of hidden wealth or illegal financial activity. Keynote and pay attention to that. A man just cleared the air. He's not a part of the illicit 8. Question number 6. Why didn't Phillips file on time and what excuse did he provide? Answer. Phillips attributed the delay in filing to challenges in obtaining all relevant documents. He has taken responsibility, stating that while the declaration was late, it had no connection to illicit enrichment. However, this explanation did not exempt him from the requirements of the Integrity Commission Act or the penalties associated with a late declaration. 7. What role did the Integrity Commission play in this situation? Answer. The Integrity Commission is responsible for ensuring that public officials comply with transparency and anti-corruption laws. In Phillips' case, their information and compliance division tracked his filing and payment status, issued him a 21-day grace notice, and after his failure to pay on time, moved forward with recommending criminal prosecution. Their Director of Corruption Prosecution, Keisha Prince-Kameka, ultimately ruled that Phillips' breach of the Integrity Commission Act warranted legal action. Question number 8. What steps could Phillips have taken to avoid prosecution? Answer. Phillips could have avoided prosecution by meeting the initial deadline for submitting his statutory declaration and paying the $250,000 fine within the 21-day grace period offered by the Integrity Commission under Section 43(3) of the Integrity Commission Act. Timely compliance would have discharged his liability. By missing this second chance, Phillips failed to resolve the matter without legal consequences. Question number 9. What does this mean for the People's National Party, PNP, and their stance on anti-corruption? Answer. The situation puts the PNP in a challenging position as they have consistently promoted a strong anti-corruption platform. The prosecution of a prominent party member may raise questions about their commitment to transparency. Party leadership, including opposition leader Mark Golding and General Secretary Dayton Campbell, have yet to issue a detailed response on how they'll address such compliance issues within their ranks to maintain their credibility on anti-corruption. Question number 10. Why is this issue gaining so much public attention? Answer. Public interest is high because the case touches on accountability, transparency, and the legal responsibilities of public officials. The Integrity Commission's role in upholding the law and the potential consequences Phillips was facing, including a fine and jail time, makes this a high-stakes story. This case also illustrates the rigorous standards to which public servants are held and the impact of non-compliance, creating a broader discussion about ethical standards in Jamaican politics. I hope these questions and answers provide clarity and context, addressing your potential questions while keeping you up to date with this saga. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more explosive updates. Smash that like button and let us know in the comments. Now let's get into the commentary and breakdown. As I said, this was not a case of illicit enrichment. Had it been, then according to Section 14(5) of the Corruption Prevention Act, it clearly states if a public servant owns assets way beyond their lawful earnings and fails to explain where the money came from or gives any shaky explanation whatsoever, they can be charged with illicit enrichment. And that was not the case with Mikael Phillips, which would also warrant or demands an appearance at the IC, complete with the following documents: bank statements, land titles, and other documents to prove where all that extra money come from. Remember that the Integrities Commission Director of Investigation, Kevin Stevenson, said when he was in Parliament which is one of the IC's latest reports, where 6 members of parliament were referred for illicit enrichment in 2022 to 2023, followed by another 2 MPs in 2023 to 2024. And as usual, the parliamentarians on both sides of the political fence denied being under investigation. And that's not my words, those are from Kevin Stevenson, the Integrity Commission's Director of Investigation. Mikael Phillips was only in trouble with the Integrity Commission because of his late filing in his 2022 statutory declaration. So in the case of Mikael Phillips' declaration, he would have had to present the following required documents for public officials in Jamaica, detailing their financial assets, all of their income and liabilities. Had it been a case where Mikael Phillips was being investigated for illicit enrichment, things would be different. Then it would demand an appearance at the IC, completed with the following documents, such as bank statements, land titles, and other documents to prove where the additional extra money come from. If this was a case of him being investigated for illicit enrichment, which it was not. It was just a simple case of late declaration based on what we have seen so far. A statutory declaration is basically legally required financial documents for Jamaican politicians and public officials must submit every year, and all of them know that. And all of them know the following documents what they need to bring to declare their statutory declarations are their financial assets, liabilities, and income to ensure transparency and also to prevent illicit enrichment. And this would fall under sections 39 and 41 of the Integrity Commission Act. So the statutory declaration is to keep public officials accountable and maintain the trust of the public, making any late or missing filings a potential breach of law with serious penalties. So because of Phillips' late filing, that is what led the Integrity Commission to now refer him for prosecution. And that's why the story made the news and did the rounds on various mainstream media and in social media. It is a good thing that Jamaica have a watchdog body like the Integrity Commission who is responsible for ensure that public officials actually comply with transparency and anti-corruption laws in Jamaica. Phillips even end up miss in 21-day grace period. And not only that, he even fail to pay the $250,000 fine. He just in the wrong with the IC, then late filing of your declaration, and you still no end up pay the fine, after you miss the due date, and then after the due date and your 21-day grace period, and you still not present the documents yet, and you still not end up pay the fine yet. Hence, Prince-Kameka end up had to rule that Phillips breached the Integrity Commission Act, which actually warranted legal action. Even though Phillips didn't end up get prosecuted, I think they show him some leniency. I could be wrong. That's just my opinion. Cause all of this could have been avoided had Phillips meet the initial deadline for submission of his statutory declaration and paying a $250,000 fine within the 21-day grace period, which was offered to him by the Integrity Commission. All it took was a little timely compliance, which would have dismissed him from any liability. But as me say, they did lenient upon him because there was no legal consequences taken against him. So the Integrity Commission is doing a good job. We need them now to be empowered with full prosecutorial powers to prosecute and charge politicians who breach the Integrity Commission Act. That is all that's missing. Some actual teeth. Yeah, man, once they have teeth, yeah. Public interest is always high on cases like these because it touches on things like accountability, transparency, and the legal responsibility of our public officials. You see, situations like these will always put the PNP in a challenging position, as they have consistently promoted a strong anti-corruption platform. And had Mikael Phillips been prosecuted, a prominent member of their party would raise questions about their commitment to transparency. As it relates to Mikael Phillips' late filing of his statutory declarations, up until the time when this article was released, opposition leader Mark Golding and General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell have yet to issue a detailed response on how they'll address such compliance issues within their party to maintain their credibility on anti-corruption. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that notification bell. See you in the next one. One love, Jamaica.